Everybody, welcome to the first general body meeting for NDL of 2021. Um, we're very excited about this semester as it's going to be a lot different than other semesters. Obviously, because of COVID and switching to remote environment last semester, it was definitely a learning experience for everybody getting situated. And so we've made some changes for this semesters that we think you guys are going to really enjoy. So first of all, to the newcomers here, what NDL is we're basically a student-led data science organization for Penn State. And what we basically do is we specialize in two things. Mostly one, we have a curriculum of data science and machine learning curriculum that we teach and we try to adapt to our members and try to give them more material and more opportunities outside of their typical classroom experience. And then the second thing is we try to give you guys opportunities in the real world. So regarding internships, jobs, or just relationships with companies and corporate experience, we try to find those opportunities and share those with you guys. So this is a good place to hang out and try to meet new people that are in the same majors or same work fields as you. So let's get started. So first of all, some general announcements, some really big changes to NDL this semester. So last semester in remote, we did our meetings every Sunday, starting at 7 p.m. and we would basically host it as a sort of kind of session where we talk about different types of subjects and go through slides. And so after some feedback with other clubs and with our members, we decided that we're no longer going to do that. And we're going to move our curriculum of these sessions all to YouTube. So, what does this mean? So, what this is going to mean is that now, instead of having a session kind of like you're listening to a lecture of a presentation, you're going to be able to do that on your free time. So instead of having to exclusively just listen and learn that stuff at 7 p.m., we're going to be uploading videos for each topic on our YouTube channel. So we're going to send out and dish out the link to our YouTube channel um, later on, so you guys can subscribe and basically have a updated um, notification of when we post videos. So basically, if you're really busy, if you have a lot of classes, it's okay. You can watch the video on Monday. You can push it off to next week. And if you have a lot of time, you can maybe watch a whole YouTube series and watch 5 videos in a row and learn a new concept. And so what this does is that now it frees up our time during our Sunday sessions. So now instead we're going to still have our Sunday sessions, but we're going to make it so that it's more hands-on. So what does this mean? So during our Sunday sessions now, we're going to have things like corporate projects, we're going to have hackathons, and we're going to be competing in data challenges. So there's a thing called the Google Solutions Challenge, the Nittany AI Challenge, and some others that we're going to give you the opportunity to form a team and kind of work on a project for about a month and month and a half, and then submit it. And this is I think a really great way so that during our Sunday meetings, instead of you just sitting there and listening to a lecture just like you do for all of your other classes, it's going to be more so of a group experience of maybe going in a breakout room and getting to know other people. So yeah, basically on the meetings, it's going to be more about being collaborative. You're actually going to be talking and getting to know other people in NDL. We're going to try to create a team environment. As you know, a lot of jobs and a lot of um, careers out there, it requires you to work in a team environment, especially for data science, coding, and the technical field. It's not just you on your computer. You're going to have to talk to a manager, you're going to have a project manager, you're going to have colleagues, and you're going to have to learn how to communicate them. And so this is a really great way to get some of that experience. And next time, either on your resume or you're talking to some guy in an interview, you can tell them of your experience of working in a team environment. Furthermore, during our meetings, we want it to be more career oriented. So what this means is stuff that's not taught in your technical classes. So for example, we want to do resume and technical interview workshops. As you guys know, interviews for technical jobs like data science, programming, etc., they're a lot different than typical interviews where they just ask you about your experience and stuff like that. In technical interviews, you actually might get asked some technical questions, or try to create or solve this algorithm, or here's an example problem, how would you solve it? So we want to basically do mock interview trials where you guys will get to basically get a chance to go through the interview process with nothing at stake, and kind of get an experience of what type of questions are going to be asked at these interviews, and how can I prepare for the interview that I want at this certain company. And also resume workshops. As you guys know, we do hold a resume book, and if as we're learning and we're doing many other things, you want to constantly be updating and adding stuff to your resume. So we can do one-on-one sessions with you guys, going over your resume and looking at your goals and seeing, maybe what do you need to do on your resume? How should you reorganize it, etc. So overall, we're going to make meetings more collaborative, one-on-one, and cater to you guys. And then we're going to have the content that everybody can see all the time on our YouTube series. So now events. So uh, besides our typical meetings, which there's going to be on a regular schedule of every Sunday, we're going to have different events that might be throughout the week, and they might be maybe catered to a specific company, or it might be a specific social event. So in the event of socials, right now, NDL is working and collaborating with other clubs, including the Developer Student Club, AMC, etc., where we're going to have some socials for you guys. So we know it's really hard during this remote environment to kind of get um, that atmosphere and to kind of get to know people, especially on like a Zoom call. So we're gonna have different socials, either playing some Jack Party games, etc. So you kind of have a lighthearted moment to get to know your peers, get to know other people in your clubs, and also branch out and to see and explore other clubs. So maybe if you're more interested in programming or a specific science or Google products, the other clubs, they might also show you or have something that might interest you as well. Second thing is internships and research. As I mentioned earlier, NDL, we're really focused on finding any research opportunities or internships or job opportunities and presenting them to you guys. So anytime we're gonna try our best to work with these companies and set up events like career fairs and even just presentations from these companies, so you guys can possibly get a one-on-one conversation going with somebody or a representative at a company you might want to work for. Some companies that we've worked before are like Deloitte, Ford, etc. It can be literally anything. And if you ever have a specific request, like for example, let's say you're interested or want to work at a certain company, you can always feel free to reach out to us and see, can we get that company to show up and present at NDL? Um, so remember, guys, so NDL, at the end of the day, we're here for you guys and for what you want. We have a tentative curriculum and we have tentative ideas of what type of projects we want to do. But at the end of the day, if there's a project or topic you want to cover, if you guys let us know, we can present and spend our time going over stuff that you guys want. The last thing we want to do is spend our time and waste our meetings talking about material that you guys don't care about or that's not going to help you reach your goals. Last thing is corporate events. Like I mentioned, we also have some corporate projects that we might have happening in the spring semester. So we're going to keep you guys posted. The best thing for all of this, including meetings, the YouTube videos, corporate events, etc., is to always pay attention to your emails. Make sure you guys are on the email list. If none of you got the email for today, let us know in the chat, or you can let me know later in this meeting. But also we have a group me that we all encourage you guys to join as well. Um, so yeah, that's in regarding to our events. And lastly, that was pretty much a good overview of the semester. Um, I have a little research opportunity to provide to you guys. If any of you are interested, one of my Professor Dong, he's in the computer science department and he works with a lot of database systems. He's looking for people to help him with research regarding database systems, and he described it as building algorithms and systems to process and manage data. Now, if this is a very quick and very broad description of it, but if this is something that you are interested in, just let me know, and then I can contact him and set you guys up so you guys can talk about, how can you get into this research. Um, I definitely recommend, even if you're not sure about it, just for the heck of it, let's reach out to him, get to know or hear more from the professor about what research he's doing, and then you can have a better idea of, if that's something you're interested in. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get the ball rolling with NDL. Although this is the first meeting, after this, we're diving straight into the projects and hands-on material. So we really encourage you guys to show up to each meeting. We're gonna send out a schedule pretty soon of what type of events we're gonna be doing in each meeting. Um, but yeah, how does that sound? Alrighty. Well, yeah, like I said, today's meeting was going to be very short. I wanted to make it a very quick overview of what NDL is going to be doing this semester. Overall, we have mostly the same goals as we did the previous semesters. But I know we had a few newcomers this semester, so if you have any questions, you can either unmute yourself or ask in the chat. There's my email address if you want to contact me about anything regarding the club that I said today, or if you're interested in that research opportunity. But yeah, so the rest of the time for today, I wanted to delegate to questions and requests that you guys have. All right, so we got hang. Do we still have data quest access? Yes. So Jordan, I believe we have
Yeah,
data quest, right?
we should. Yeah. Is there? Because I see you both were asking about that. Have you not been able to get in since like the start of the new year or something? I don't know if you were already on Data Quest and it stopped working or the subscription ended. Ooh.
Subscription ended in December.
Okay. Let me check that out. We're registered as an org with them, so interesting. Brenda, did you graduate as well? Okay. All right. Yeah, so let me check that out to see if we have to roll it over. I was under the assumption it was lasting the whole school year, but we'll figure it out. And then I'll push something out to the group me once I have some answers.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so Jerry, what does the treasurer role entail at NDL? Um, Jordan, wait, do you have the description for that, or do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can pull up the description, but it's I wish Shabang was here because he is an amazing treasure. Um, But so there's a lot of kind of litigation that goes on at Penn State with organizations. You have something called an ASA account, which is how like any given organization has a certain amount of money and it's held in this ASA account. So as treasurer, you're responsible for a lot of the transactions that go on in NDL. There's processes for kind of using the money that the organization has. So kind of there are the official duties that like the university outlines with that kind of stuff with the ASA account and using organization money. But outside of that, you know, and something that Shabang has been an amazing treasure with is just you know bringing any initiative you have to the club. So if there's anything that you'd like to see, I don't know. As a whole, the e-board is fairly open ended with positions. So um, yeah, I don't know if that answered your question.
And also, I have a question for everybody. In terms of what we're doing with curriculum, um, do you guys see us moving our curriculum to YouTube videos as a good thing or a bad thing? If you guys can either unmute or type in chat. Good idea, good idea. Good. All right, perfect. And yeah, so I want to also reiterate, like I said earlier, is that the type of content or type of curriculum that we push out to you guys, um, there's not a set curriculum that we can do. If, for example, if you guys want to learn more about machine learning or a specific type of algorithm, all you got to do is contact or just let us know. And, later on, we're probably going to have polls to kind of ask you what you guys want to learn about. And so, if you have something you really want to learn about, or something's either covered in your class or it's not covered in your class, um, we really want you guys to kind of participate. And so the information and the curriculums, it's catered to you. um, but yeah, and also to talk a little bit more about the hands-on projects. um, are any of you guys not familiar with hackathons? Okay, so it looks like all of you know what a hackathon is. Good, good. um, And so those are the more hackathons and data challenges and corporate projects. Those are the more sophisticated projects where there's a larger entity or company that's basically hosting either a competition or is requesting a team of people to basically create a project. Um, on the side note, whenever those opportunities aren't available, NDL, we are going to provide our own type of projects to you guys. So then, if you do show up to a Sunday meeting, there's a project that you can work on, not only for the duration of the meeting, but if you're if you want to work on it outside of NDL, you can basically share your contact information with the breakout room or whichever group you've been working with, and then you guys can kind of work at your own pace and try to get further than just the NDL. Because we really want to focus this semester on doing more hands-on projects, getting so you guys can work in a team environment, have people and get to know them, and also try to kind of catalyze or kind of start some sparks where you guys, get to know each other and then start working on stuff outside of the club. At the end of the day, we are a community and we're student led. And the more we kind of get you guys to take those opportunities that we give you, the better it is for everyone. Um, but yeah, I will note the Google Solutions Challenge. We'll get more information about that within the next week or so. Um, are the YouTube videos up now, or do they still have to be uploaded? So we only recently decided to embark on this YouTube series idea. So currently, we do not have any specific series or videos uploaded, but we will start uploading them probably within the next week. And furthermore, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to upload them and kind of um, get more content out as early as possible. So if Evie, like, most of you probably have more time now since it's at the beginning of the semester. As we get later on, you're going to have less and less time as your classes get harder, etc. Um, so specifically now, since you guys have more time, we're going to try to dish out as many YouTube videos and content as possible so you guys can kind of really jump on that right now since you have more time.
And actually, something to add on to that real quick as well. Yeah, good point, Dan. The videos are last semester's videos are on the website. But also with creating content, one of our goals with that is to create like kind of more of a community where people can kind of like work together, have a platform to promote themselves and, share stuff with. So part of that is if there's any topic that you're like really passionate about, or, you did something really cool with an internship or like a side project or something, and you want to like formulate it into either like an NDL video, or we're looking at doing like a Medium account as well for Nittany Data Labs. We kind of hoping that people will kind of have their own grassroots content, so to speak, that we can publish and kind of glow up NDL members. So if you're interested in that, drop something on the. We have an info form on our website, and for right now, dropping something in there is probably the best way to reach out, and we can get the ball rolling.
And yeah, I also wanted to talk about some of the stuff regarding the projects. is that yes, some of the projects that we provide, it might be a project you can complete in an hour in like one meeting, but then the other challenges, um, it might be a project that's going to take you guys 2 months, and it's going to be a more in-depth project with more complicated tasks and more complicated parts. And one thing we're going to try to do this semester with those projects is that not only are we going to have you guys complete those projects and submit them into the challenges, but then what we're going to have you guys do is formulate a video, basically, of you guys explaining your project, what you used to make it, what skills you used, what was required, how you guys went about it, and then like what problem or social impact it has. And then we're gonna have you guys make like a 3 or 5 minute video of that project, and then we're gonna basically upload those videos of your projects on our website, and you'll basically have it saved as something you can show off in the future, also on your resumes. As most of you know, specifically in like data science, programming, etc. Um, on our resumes, it's very important to have project experience that's outside of your class. Not only does it show that you actually know the material, but it shows that you're very um, you're very focused on learning more and doing more that's not required of you. you know it's a lot better to engage in other projects and try to do more in outside clubs, because at the end of the day, all of us are competing for the same jobs, right? So the more you can do to stand out from all the other students that are taking the same classes, the better. But yeah, I think that's going to be a cool idea. And um, yeah, as we get rolling, if you want to work by yourself, that's fine. But we really do want to kind of get you guys in teams and try to get you guys to know each other this semester.
I guess to add on to the community aspect of NDL, if you find a resource that you really enjoy and feel other NDL members like, or if you find a project and you're looking for help, send a message in the group me. Say, hey, I'm working on this project. Does anyone want to help on this? Or look at this Kaggle competition, or look at this great YouTube channel. Just, talk to the other group members. You might actually find people to work with and make connections.
Sounds good. Um, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the biggest change is changing our curriculum instead of the meetings, and then during our meetings, doing more meaningful stuff. Um, and yeah, as we start collaborating with other clubs and we work on these projects, yeah, this is just the beginning, and we hope to get the ball rolling next week already. Um, so yeah, Jordan, if you want to say anything else, if not, if anybody has any last questions.
Yeah, that's all I've got. Looking forward to the semester. Looking forward to the online content, seeing everybody's applications come in for the e-board. But yeah, I'll just be sticking around for a second if everybody has any questions. But other than that, thanks so much for coming out.
Yeah, especially because I know there were one or two new people that showed up today, and the presentation was it was more broadly speaking of just for the members that already knew about what NDL is. So if you're still interested or you don't know exactly what NDL is or what we do, I can answer those questions as well. Alrighty, no
Yeah,
questions?
I
Oh,
just had a quick question actually, if that's all right.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a new member here. Like, what are the you guys have like prerequisites you'd want anyone to have? Like, what exactly? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what exactly kind of experience level are you guys looking for?
So the great thing about NDL is that our curriculum is we really try to make it catered to you guys. So we don't have any prerequisites, and literally anybody can join and jump into the content. I see we are more data driven and deal with data science, databases, machine learning, etc. But we both cater our material and our projects towards more experienced students and also students that are, that aren't that experienced and are just getting into it. Um, but yeah, that's a really good question. And definitely, if you, like you said, you're a new member, um, if there's anything specific that you want to learn about or you're not inexperienced, the best thing you guys can do is let us know how experienced you are or what you want to learn so then we can kind of change or adapt the content for you.
Thanks.
Hmm. That was a really good question. All right. Any last questions? All right, perfect. Well, yeah, that's going to conclude the general body meeting. I'm going to hang out here maybe for 5 or 10 more minutes if anybody comes up with any questions. But yeah, other than that, we're excited to get the ball rolling and the new changes for this semester. All right, thank you guys. Hope to see you guys next time.
Oh, I actually had another question.
Hmm.
I guess I'll ask one more for you guys. Go. What like software do you guys usually use? Do you use like Python or like R? Like what
Yes.
softwares do you want
So
us to
yeah,
get or whatever?
so typically for data science is that we're not exactly, we're not a programming club per se, right? So we're not exactly programming heavy. Um, but yeah, for a lot of simple and different data science applications, in the past we have used Python. Um, it's one of
Okay.
the more data science friendly languages. Um,
Yeah.
what major are you?
Yeah, I'm economics, so I can just give you a little bit of info on me. I'm actually a senior, but I recently, like in the fall, I applied to a bunch of graduate programs for business analytics. I don't know how familiar you are with that
Hmm.
field. I know it's kind of tangential to data science, so it's obviously